Hey, what's up guys, one today's YouTube video. Today we're going down Funko Pop hunting down to nowhere because today we're doing a little bit of a different video. I really didn't have anywhere to go today to make content, so instead I decided we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite signatures in the collection. I'd love to see, what your guys' are, so make sure to comment down below what signatures do you have and why are they cool to you. Obviously, you guys can make sure to smash the like button and hit the subscription. Helps the channel immensely. Obviously, I love making all this content. Showcasing my signatures off is something I really like doing, especially because we're going to be getting more later on in the year. So I like to do these random basic updates where you guys can see what's in this collection, so that if there's a signature you guys don't know about, maybe I tell you guys a story and it makes you guys want to meet that person, and then, it changes your opinions. So, like I said, that's what we're going to be doing today. Obviously, like I said, make sure to like and subscribe. Nonetheless, let's get to right down this chair, talk about the 5 different signatures of mine. Even though I have more, we're just doing the top 5 coolest anyways. And other than that though, let's showcase them. Alright guys, so today we are going to be talking about my top 5 favorite signed Funko Pops in my collection. I didn't know what to do for today's video, and I thought this was a pretty fun thing to talk about. Mostly because coming up in a couple months, we're starting to get into some more conventions. So I kind of want to, again, talk about signed Pops because it's something that I do enjoy. And this isn't going over my entire signed collection. However, this is talking about the 5 interactions I've had that were my favorite interactions, or there's something about that I like. And we're going to start off with this one. This is probably my favorite out of the bunch that I do have. And this is number 5 right here. And that is going to be Yuji Itadori, or aka Adam MacArthur. Super cool. I was really torn between putting him or Gojo in the 5th slot. Obviously, I do like Kaiji Tang, but Yuji was super cool. One of the first people I actually was giving drawings to, and really hyped me up at the very beginning when those drawings were not that heat low-key. And he said I was a really good color, which is super cool because now the drawings are getting even better. And obviously, you guys know with the newer drawings, they look absolutely insane. However, he was really cool for hyping me up even when they weren't the craziest of drawings. He was also such a nice, if you ever have an opportunity to meet Adam, in December, we're supposed to be going to a convention, and my sister's going to meet him. She ended up meeting Gato at this convention, and I ended up meeting Adam. And I still met Gato's voice actor, Lex Lang, but I didn't get anything signed, obviously. It's been a long time, but we did get this signed. And in that video, we met, obviously, Yuji, and it was super cool. But she didn't get him, so in December, she's actually going to meet Yuji because he'll be at a convention. So when she does that, I'll obviously redraw him a picture and showcase it, and hopefully we can record it and then showcase the reaction to seeing a completely updated photo where it looks completely different, obviously, compared to what we first gave him, which was that picture I did of Gojo, Nobara, Megumi. It was not very good. It was a very, one of my first early drawings, and I thought it was really cool, but if I give him a really new drawing of him, doing Black Flash, I think he'll really like that. Then going into the 4th slot, which is a character that we got pretty recently. It was one of my next most common ones, and that was Hanji. Now, the other 3 are going to be really crazy, but Hanji was one of my favorites. We've talked about this recently, because obviously she drew the doodle right there of Hanji. It says, "I love Titans." Really, really nice. Was very talkative and didn't feel rushed at all. It wasn't even really, it was we had a good 7 to 10 minutes just talking to her about just random stuff, and talked about her character, talked about just anime, talked about stuff. It was really cool. Obviously, she did purple and yellow, which I told her were the colors of LeBron, because obviously, shout out LeBron. But it was super funny. It was a great time, obviously, great convention. I genuinely had a good time meeting her. There was really nothing wrong when I met her. We've had some voice actors, again, at the same convention we talked about Chopper, whose voice actor was not very, very chill. But if you ever do have an opportunity to meet Jessica, super cool. I would definitely recommend it. Obviously, Hanji is a pretty cool character. Not the top character in AOT, but it's my first AOT signed pop, so it's kind of cool. Obviously, I really wanted to get Bryce, but getting Hanji is definitely a bonus. Then coming in at my 3rd slot, it has to be this one. And it had to be, obviously, which this one's pretty cool. It had to be, even though I love him as a character, it has to be Sasuke. I know that this one's pretty priced. Probably put Yuri or at the 3rd slot. But one, he drew the Akatsuki logo of the leaf with the slash through it. I was super excited because even though his line was pretty long, he kind of went through it really quickly. Obviously, we were able to get to him pretty fast. It was about an hour probably wait. We were sitting there, and the line was still pretty long. It wasn't as long as Sean Schimmel's, which is Goku, or Christopher Sabat's, but it was still pretty decent in size. Obviously, he cycled through. Very nice, especially because I gave him a drawing. We did that Sasuke with the wind-style shuriken, and obviously, I think it was the demon shuriken, and he was super excited. He turned it around, showed the line. Everyone got hyped up in line. Did not make me feel, he was great. It made me feel pretty cool, especially someone hyping you up like that in your artwork. And the pop itself was cool, and the artwork, the signature looks great. And obviously, it's just Yuri with Sasuke. Super cool character. I love Sasuke anyways from Naruto. Plus, getting to meet him was super cool. Now I just need to meet Naruto, which Naruto was at that, or was supposed to be at that convention, but had to cancel very quickly. That's why we ended up going and getting Sakura. And as much as I love Sakura, Sakura was not nearly as cool as Sasuke, or Yuri, I should say. And it wasn't anything against Kate Higgins. It's just that not nearly as hyped up as it was for meeting Sasuke. And obviously most people go for Spider-Man because it's Yuri. And Sakura is mainly just Sakura. But it was still, and they were going for Tails. But it's weird because she only plays Tails from Sonic Colors. So it's kind of weird, but nonetheless, still super cool. I was happy to get Sasuke, but now it goes to our next two, which these are my two prized possessions in the collection. And starting out this one, you guys probably guessed it. It's John Gramillion right there. We got his Dracula Mihawk signed right there. Such a cool, one, such a cool character. Two, such a great, it's even in a hard stack and everything. I'd love to put more of my pops in hard stacks, but such a cool character, such a great signature, super nice. And what was crazy about him was we met him prior when I went Boruto, and I didn't know anything about him. I didn't watch One Piece, I didn't watch My Hero, and my buddy went to go meet him for Gentle Criminal. Super cool. However, when we got to go the second time, because I didn't really care about it the first time, and I got to meet him the second time, he was actually so shocked that I gave him that artwork, and he was like, yeah, so I take a picture with him. And if you look back there, he actually he re-signed me a picture, like one of his like prints, and signed it and gave it to completely free, and said that it was as an honor that someone gave him something super cool, so he wanted to give something back. And that just makes him so cool of a character and an actor and a guy. It was great, like genuinely nice. If you have an opportunity, just give him something, or don't give him something, and just meet him. Super, super cool. I was very happy. He was genuinely so nice, and the signature looks great. I'm obviously really happy that I was able to meet him. And then obviously going into my final slot, the last guy we ended up meeting, and you guessed it, Christopher Sabat right there. We ended up meeting him about 2 years ago. Super cool. Says 3 sword style. Such a nice guy. Even though his line was immensely long, such a nice. If you have an opportunity, meet him. My little sister she doesn't watch One Piece, doesn't watch My Hero, she's like seen like dabbles when I watched it, but she doesn't like actually watch them. And she wasn't getting nothing signed, so he asked her. He was like, "Oh, like, well, what's your favorite anime?" And her favorite anime is actually Fruit Basket, and he plays a character in that. And so he grabbed a print and just signed it and handed it to her and told her like, "Hey, you should be part of the group. You know, you deserve something signed too." So that's crazy. He did not have to do that. Such a nice guy. Does not give you like, even though he has a long line, doesn't rush. Took pictures with us. Told other voice actors to come join the pictures with us. Like again, nicest guy you could probably meet. Does not rush you one bit for having such a long line. He's like you could just talk to him and he would sit there and talk to you, and he even signed it like super cool. He didn't even like rush the signature or nothing. It looks great, and those are my top 5 signatures in my collection. I'd love to see in the comments down below what are signatures you've gotten for your collection that were super cool to you. Maybe it's not like a super big character, but it means something to you. I'd love to see in the comments down below. Obviously, I do hope you're having a good day today. I will see you guys tomorrow with the art short. We're going to try to use this as kid. If not, maybe someone else. I don't really know, but you guys will see that tomorrow. So, yeah. Peace.